So I found this really cool channel, and it's this girl, and the channel's name is Truth or Talk, and she's really cool because she's one of those cute little black girls that are off the Democratic plantation. But oh my God, oh what? Now she starts to talk about vaccines, and I can't take it. It's just, I had to unsubscribe because it was just too much for me to bear. So what I'm saying is this issue affects everybody. It affects everybody. So Argentina just passed a law where in order to get your driver's license and your passport, you have to be up to date with your vaccinations. So it's not going to just stop at the schools, and it's not going to just stop with your kids. So what's going to happen is, because herd immunity, when it comes to vaccinations, is complete and utter bullshit. If you get vaccines, they should work, they should protect you. Not everybody has to get vaccinated. And what happens is, the whole thing with vaccine shedding is that, you notice in all these outbreaks, if you look at the information, the majority of the people that are affected with the disease are vaccinated. Okay, so the vaccines are failing, and what's going to happen? They're going to push mandatory laws in states, taking away exemptions, and then they're going to be like, and they're still going to get outbreaks. Right? So then they're going to be like, oh, well, all the children were vaccinated. But all the teachers weren't vaccinated, so the teachers need to get vaccinated. Okay, we have another outbreak. Oh, the teachers got vaccinated. Oh, it must be like, everybody like that works at the school, like, I don't know, a garbage man or a delivery person or the mail person. Then it's going to be everybody has to get vaccinated, right? And then it's going to be worldwide, because then there's going to be a foreigner that comes in and creates an outbreak. They don't talk about Zhejiang province in China has a 99.9% measles compliance rate, and they've had 700 measles outbreaks since 2015, probably more by now, okay? All of these cases of measles outbreaks, the vaccinated are always, the fully vaccinated, meaning you've had all your shots, and vaccinated meaning maybe you've had one shot but you haven't had your boosters, but most of these cases, all the cases, they are fully vaccinated, okay? So if you don't think that this affects you, if you are, sticking your head in the sand, or you just think you're above it, or you think that, I agree with, you on some points because you're conservative, but, when it comes to vaccines, I can't deal because that's just crazy. You're just nutter. You're just crazy. You're no better than a Nazi. You're no better than a Nazi. Because I see a lot of conservative people that are crying and screaming about, all the people that are, censoring them for their views on politics. Oh, how horrible. I'm getting censored. My videos are getting demonetized. I'm getting shadow banned. Oh, it's so sad. It's so, it's so unfair. It's so unfair. There's no free speech in America. Like, what am I gonna do? Yeah, when it comes to vaccines, it's okay if we get censored. You're no better than a flipping Nazi, all right? Oh, you Jewish people, oh my God, the Nazis are so bad to us. They burned books, they censored us, they didn't let us have our freedom. You're a Nazi. You're a Nazi. You're doing it to us, to anybody that doesn't agree with you. You don't have to be German or white or to be a Nazi. You can be Jewish and be a Nazi. And I hope the person, one person I'm thinking of, I hope he sees this video and he knows who I'm talking about, okay? So this, you can be a black, be a Nazi, you can be white, you can American, be a Nazi. Just because the Nazis were Nazis and they did what they did, it doesn't have anything to do with their ethnic group or their race, okay? The ethnic group of being a Jewish or being white or whatever, it doesn't have to do with that. It has to be with controlling people and controlling their freedoms. And the longer you let this go, it's gonna affect you, because now with this whole push with Argentina, now they're trying to implement that everywhere. They're trying to actually have a ban on social media right now for anti-vax and health content and natural health content, and they're having hearings now to try and get the vaccine laws mandated federally, okay? For those of you guys who haven't been paying attention, yes, they're trying to get this mandated federally in America. They're having a hearing on, they had one a couple days ago, they're having another one on the 5th, and I've been watching them, and they're just basically lying. You know, they're showing the graph from the 1950s. They're not presenting the data, which they had data since like the 1800s or before. The first Jenner-style vaccine was invented in 1700s, I think. So they've had data about vaccination since then, and they just like completely omit that information, and they only show the graph because the graph was like trending. It was trending downward where sanitation was implemented, and then it was kind of going up and downs because that's what diseases do. They kind of have their ups and downs, right? But they show it right, like a point right where the vaccine is, and it looks like they like it starts going down when the vaccine was introduced, but that's not true because they don't show the whole graph. It was already going down. All right, and as with other diseases, as with diseases like such as cholera and typhoid and scarlet fever, that they were having lots of deaths with during that time too, and there were never vaccines for. But at the top, where the sanitation comes in, they started going down too, just like the rest of them. Why are we like scared to? Why are we fearing vaccines that are the ones that are marketed for sale, right? They're pushing the vaccines, the outbreaks and stuff, the ones that are marketed for sale. It's a business, okay? People with measles that die, it's because they are deficient in vitamin A. The World Health Organization knows this because they were having reactions to people with measles, giving them vaccines, and when they gave them vitamin A, it lessened the reaction. So they know that the measles virus depletes your body of vitamin A, hence the old wives' tales of like, what is that, cod liver oil or something, because it's rich in vitamin A, okay? In countries where there's nutrition, there's sufficient vitamin A, that's not even an issue, all right? So I'm just saying, like, don't be a Nazi, you know, and don't be scared. Now it's time to be brave, because now it's getting to the point, you know, I know people that are just like, oh, like, you know, I know the vaccines are bad, but, you know, I'm scared of what my friends are going to think. Or I've been in certain situations where I've known there were people in the room with me, and I would be in an argument with somebody over vaccines, and they had the same opinion as I did, but they didn't say anything because they didn't want to, like, you know, I don't know, stand up for themselves. So these people that are, you know, I mean, I'm just saying, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. You know, it's time to fight the Nazis and the people that think that they're, you know, all like fair and just and on the right side of history really aren't, because, you know, they think it's okay. They think it's okay to censor us. In a sense, we are winning because they have to censor us. They have to censor us because they can't win with their own arguments. So they have to stage, you know, fake outbreaks. They have to stage like that actor that's going to protest on the 5th, Ethan somebody. I think that's a setup. I don't believe that his parents are really anti-vaccine and he's going against their wishes, by the way. I think it's bullshit. But, you know, they're just lying, just like MSNBC, just like CNN, you know, they lie on everything else. You know, why wouldn't they lie about this? Oh, no, but it was a vaccine. So people, they lie about everything else, but when it comes to vaccines, they don't lie. They're honest and truthful. So anyway, that's all I want to say, you guys. Peace, truth, and love. Talk to you later. Bye. Mwah.